season 2 of our Nottingham Forest save. Last season, obviously, we narrowly escaped relegation on the final 3 games, which I thought was an impossible task, but here we are. What we're going to do in this episode, we're going to go through our transfers and then get to our first game of the season, as you can see there, at Liverpool away. Can we repeat last season's success? Let's try and find out. But anyway, let's get into transfers, then we'll actually go through the pre-season as well. But these are our transfers. So these are ones we obviously made last year. After that, we then brought in James Ward-Prowse. He came in for 27.5 million, rising to 31.5. Southampton got relegated, so I've done a bit of a raid there. His free kicks are going to be valuable, which I don't even think I've set up yet. We then signed another 2 players from Southampton, Salisu and Lavia. Obviously, Salisu, quality centre-back, even more potential as well. So, could improve significantly, which is really good. Really good heading, good tackling, jumping reach, strength, positioning. He is a really good player for us, or going to be at least. And then Lavia, a good young midfielder, great potential. Alright, now he's a decent Premier League player, can play that ball in a row, which is really good. And he just looks like one hell of a player. Signed him for 17.25. So, really happy with that business. And then we get to here. Was there any outs to let you know of that? Right, yeah. So we sold Josh Broler for 6.75. He went to Leeds, so he is gone. He's a good championship player. He was outside of 21, so I don't think he's going to improve that much. Other than that, let's have a look. So Cafu went on a free. Didn't really notice him. We then sold Scott McKenna for 3.5 to Bournemouth. Never really played for us. Bowley again, 600k to Ludogorets. Wasn't going to play for us. Steve Cook, I don't think he did play for us at all, actually, Steve Cook. But 190k. So, did he play? Played 3 games. Okay, yeah, played 3 games. But, again, 190k. Jordan Smith, who was our third choice keeper, for 150k to Middlesbrough. Hwang Ujou to Genoa for 2.7. Riley Harbottle to MK Dodge 55. Jonathan Panzo to Stoke for 2.5. He was out on loan last season. Didn't think he was good enough, and he's not really going to get a game for us. Alex Mighton to Bristol City for 3.8. He is a good potential player, but based on the fact he is 21 now, his attributes are pretty horrendous. I figured I'd cash in, get a bit of cash, and then reinvest with it. Ethan Holrath for Monreal for 1.1. Again, a keeper who's just around 21s. Kayate for 1 million to Losk. Didn't really play him. Don't really see the need for him, to be right. He played 18 games actually, so more than I expected. But I don't want him. I don't think he's good enough to really play for us anymore. Toffolo had a good stint last season, so a good couple of games for us. But he was our third choice last season. I wanted to upgrade at left back, and I figured he was one who could make way, but 180k, he's gone. Lyle Taylor was on loan. I've been trying to sell this guy since literally I took over. No one wants him. No one wants him, so I think I'm just going to literally need to loan him out until his contract expires, or maybe release him on a free. So if no one wants him next summer, I think that may be my next option. Lewis Salmon on a free, just not a good player. This is his ability. He was a youngster in our academy, just figured, yeah, leave. Will Swan on loan, again, trying to sell, no one wants him. If I can't get him, his contract actually expires in the summer, so yeah, he will be going in the summer. And then finally, Look and be Soa for 2.9. He was out on loan for part last season. He was out on loan. Did make 2 appearances, but don't think he is that good. Made 2 appearances season 4, 7 the season before. Again, he's a potential decent Premier League player, but looking at his attributes, looking at his age, I just don't think there's really going to be much value in keeping him around. But those are the outs we've made. Now, a couple more signings we made this season. So, Vitor Roque, he has come in for 21, potentially rising to 26.5. based on like appearances, international appearances. So really good young player. Currently valued at 73. So do want to increase that at some point, but we'll leave it at that for now. 18-year-old striker. Japhet Tanganga, 8 million. He is just a depth option, to be honest. He can play either centre back, right back, or can play left back, but I prefer him just to focus on these two. So really just a depth option to come in. Decent Premier League player. He's English as well, which will help. Tellez is coming on loan. So 2.4 million is potential. Good for corners, good crossing. These pretty well rounded, good penalty taker as well, so set pieces will be valuable. Decent Premier League player. He's on loan. Hopefully he'll be really good for us, and if we avoid relegation, he is joining us for 2.4 million, which I think will be a good deal because he's a really good player. He will be on less than that when he joins. I think we agreed to 70k, so it is a wage decrease, which is good, and then just keep him for a couple of seasons for experience for our young squad. We then signed David Raya for 5 million. He's going to be our first choice keeper. He isn't rated that highly on this game, but his attributes are pretty good, and I have tried my hardest to get a keeper, and I just can't. I went for Sanchez because Brighton were relegated. He rejected me. Southampton's goalkeeper wasn't that great. Who else was it who got? Yeah, Southampton's keeper wasn't great, and I wasn't really keen on Bournemouth's keeper either. So I was like, right, I'll give him a go, see where he goes. I will scout Mark because I'm still in the market ideally for another goalkeeper, but I just wasn't really convinced by that. Other people I went for, Henderson, obviously I wanted to bring him back. He wanted 250 grand a week, which I could not pay him. And then he obviously we couldn't get him on loan. They didn't want to take him on loan. He signed a new deal, and he is now, according to his profile, a first-team player, which we'll have to see how that plays out. Maybe we'll try and get him back in January, but for now, David Raya is going to be our starting keeper for January. We then signed Rasmus Højlund, again, another striker, 10 million, currently valued at 65 million. Really good young player, Danish, so really well-rounded, can improve a lot. He's one of the wonder kid strikers of this game, so hopefully he can improve. The main point behind him and also Roque was I wanted Makoko. We had a £27 million option. I triggered it. He literally just signed a new deal, so he rejected he didn't want to enter negotiations, and Dortmund didn't want to loan him back. I've now tried again. They want about 60 million for him, which I don't physically have 60 million to spend on one player. So we just can't get him back. So bit of a shame. We'll see how he does and maybe try it again in January, but we'll see how these two go. Hopefully they can hold the fort for us. And then finally, Gabriel Slano, he is our backup keeper. A young keeper. He's a good Skybet Championship, to be honest with you. I just have nightmares of Hennessy from last season, so I wanted somewhat of a better backup. So I'm hoping he will be that. And then in the January window, we can have a look and see if we can get a better starting goalkeeper, and obviously have Raya obviously dropped to backup. But that is it for the transfers. I did actually want Caicedo, but for his £30 million, I don't know if I can't physically afford it. I don't have £30 million to spare, so I'm not getting him in at the moment. But that is it for the business. Based on the overall balance, I don't think I do not want to make any more signings because that is bad enough. I wanted to invest so I can hopefully move up the table, but I think I've done enough damage to the finances for this year, so I don't expect us to make another signing unless, again, in January, it'll depend on what's in the market and how much budget we have. Maybe we will look at, obviously, Henderson again, and maybe Makoko on loan. We'll have a look at those to see what their position is, but I don't expect any more business this season. Pre-season, it went a bit of a mixed bag. A 10-1 friendly against Glendale United. Olympiacos 1-1 against Zurich United. 7-0 against Stellenbosch FC 1-1, and then against City Kings 8-0. But I'm keeping with this tactic. So this is the tactic we're going to rock. Centre-back wise, Tanganga and Niakate, they reckon, should be starters. Where is Salisu? Why blind? Where is he? Worrell. Where is Salisu? Huh? Suspended. Oh, must have got sent off for Southampton in the last game. Oh well. Yeah, he's there, suspended, so he cannot play. Okay, fine. I'll give Tanganga his debut. Williams, Tellez is getting his debut as well. Ward-Prowse as the ball winner. I am changing that. I'm swapping those two around. Gibbs White in his preferred role. He done really well towards the tail end of last season. He really stepped it up, so let's see if he can continue his form. Lingard on the left, Johnson on the right, Richter, Roque up top. Let's just save this before the game, because I do not. We have gone through the pre-season, and I don't want us to need to repeat if the game crashes. So let's get into it. Hopefully, we can pick up 3 points and take from there. I've also realised I did mention about set pieces, and I still haven't set them. So set piece takers, quick pick, quick pick, quick pick, quick pick, quick, 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 quick. Quick and quick. So hopefully, James Ward-Prowse gets a corner this game. He could make an impact on his debut, but we'll see how that goes. Ooh, Rice, Goncalves. They've made some good signings there. Konate Van Dijk, pretty much the same other than that, but their midfield has gone upgraded. That's how we line up. I'd like to think we've upgraded this summer. I think we've definitely upgraded at centre back, left back. Yeah, we've definitely upgraded at left back. Obviously striker, that is debatable, and obviously midfield, I think we've definitely upgraded as well. So let's see. With Hoyland and obviously Roque, what I may do is shift Roque to left wing or right wing, and obviously play Hoyland some games up top, so that I can play both of them, but we shall see. So far, they've started on the front foot, which is what I expected last time we played them, but didn't quite happen like that. Ward-Prowse, Fred Roque, shot is blocked. Van Dijk gets himself between, and that is a corner. Can we do anything with our new good set piece takers? Ward-Prowse whips it in, and that is cleared by Konate. Lingard gets it though, and gives it straight to Robertson with a poor first touch. Lingard gets it back though, passes back to our keeper. Rea, Niakate. Out wide to Johnson, Rice, Pedro Pedro, Rice, Virgil, Konate, Trent. Salah is breaking down our left side. Pedro Goncalves. I can't even say his name. Pedro Goncalves. Just call him Pedro. Robertson with a corner, whips it in, and that is cleared. Only as far as Salah though, who gets the ball, passes it to Rice. Gibbs White gets the interception though. Okay. Right, Rea, Niakate, Ward-Prowse, Rea again, Niakate, Gibbs White, Tellez. What can he do with it? Passes it to Ward-Prowse to Frederick Lingard, who loses the ball again. I'm quite fed up with Lingard. He has his moments, but he's just not a good player for us on FM. He really isn't. He's not been a good player for us this save. Virgil Johnson tries to play through Roque, but can he get there? Yes, he can. What can he do with it? Ward-Prowse, and that shot is blocked. Van Dijk threw himself in the way, according to commentators, and Ward-Prowse in another corner. Whips it in, cleared by Rice for another corner. Ward-Prowse again. Whips it in, and that is cleared. Let's encourage the team, see what we can't do. Virgil, Fabinho, Rice, Robertson. Oh, Tanganga gets it. Fabinho, Ward-Prowse, Lingard. Clears only as far as Virgil. Pedro Goncalves. with a goal, and that is 1-0. It's not quite the 6-2 we had last season, is it? I was about to make subs then it's 18 minutes in. Extended highlights, jeez, have we got the full match? How is there so many highlights this game? I mean, it's good, but slightly worrying as well. Lingard, what can you do with it? Probably nothing. Johnson, Roque, what can you do with it? Pass it to Williams. Pass it to Fuller. Johnson. One thing to mention as well, I have signed Aurier to an extension just to be back up to Williams. Ward pressed another corner and it amounts to absolutely nothing. Virgil, Salah on the break. Pass it back to Trent. Salah. Shot is blocked for a corner apparently. Didn't look like it was blocked to me, but all well. Salah. There we go. Right. Come on, guys. Courage. I said there was too many outlets, now there's barely any. Ward-Prowse, come on. Whip it in. Cleared again. Robertson now on the break. Can he do anything with it? He passed it to Luis Diaz. Diaz back to Virgil. Over the top to Diaz, who shoots straight at Raya, who makes a save. So, let's... Okay, Tanganga clears. Robertson, Salah. Ward-Prowse clears. I think maybe we are missing the pace of Makoko. It was Diaz, Niakate, Tellers, Tanganga again, Williams, Johnson, Fred through, Gibbs White. Roque makes it 1-1. Assist for Brennan Johnson, 1-1 at Anfield. You know, I take a draw. It's a bit of a step down from our performance last year, but I'll take a draw. At Anfield, I'll take any points I can get. You're doing well, keep it going. Rice, Fabinho, Kanate, Arnold, Fabinho, Salah. Williams heads it, but Luis Diaz gets the rebound, shoots long. I don't even know where he intended for that to go. Right, I do want to make a couple of subs. I know it's early, but Tellers is going to come off for Richards. Lingard is going to come off for Victor, and I'm going to bring on Hoyland up top, and also Tanganga is going to come off for Worrell. I have faith, makes the difference. Come on. Raya now to Niakate, to Ward-Prowse, Niakate to Worrell, Worrell to Ward-Prowse, Rice get Virgil, Kanate, Salah, Pedro Gonçalves. I still can't say his name. I keep going to say it. Gonçalves, Gonçalves, no. I can't say it. Salah, cleared. Good thing we don't have to play him till the second half of the season now, because I'm going to struggle pronouncing his name the entire time. Encourage. Come on, guys. It's a good result so far. Let's keep it up. Robertson. Worrell gets it, but is dispossessed. Raya now clears to Hoyland, who just heads it to no one. Virgil to Robertson. Henderson, Fabinho, Henderson, Frederick Diaz, in plenty of space, gets across in, Niakate clears it, Richards gets it and saves it for Salah. Oh, what is that? Okay, that looked like, I thought that was going to go in. Oh my Christ, oh my God. We are being very lucky right now, or they're being very poor. No, they're being unlucky. And we are being incredibly lucky with that. Right. always press for Diaz. I'm fine with that. Rice is injured. That's why Henderson is on. Okay, fair enough. Becca. Nate. Virgil. Good pressure there. Good pressure there, Johnson. Becca now. Rolls it to Kanate. Pedro Goncalves. Pedro. Right, now, what's his name? Pedro Goncalves. Pedro Goncalves. Gonzalez. I just can't. No. Pedro. You know what? I'm even going to nickname him just Pedro, because that, like, this is nothing, no knock on his name. This is me. I just can't say his name. It's no knock on him. It's a lovely name. I am just terrible pronunciations, and it's bugging me. I just can't say it. It's just not coming out of my mouth. And Pedro scores. Lovely. Always press for Pedro. Fuller can come off for Lavia. And Williams can come off for Aurea. Final two subs. Doubt it's going to make a difference, but worth a shot. Richards. Fred through Arnold, who is now in plenty of space to attack us. Lovely, lovely ball from Richards. Arnold cross it in. Raya claims. Raya now near Kate. Ward-Prowse. And that's the end of the highlight. Okay, nice. To be fair, based on stats, they have been the deserved winner. It's just a bit of a drop off from last season. A bit of a disappointing come down to earth. I was hoping we'd be able to keep our good form. Maybe we'll beat them at our place. Who knows? Henderson, Trent. Oh. Pedro shot is wide. Okay. Right. Free kick for them. Salah over the bar. Lovely. Niakate. Gibbs White. Niakate again. Richards. Ward-Prowse. To Aurea. To Hoyland. Vitter. Oh, he was in the box. The ball. Should have done better there. He should have. That was a terrible shot. Should have been more composed. Matip. Firmino. Niakate with a good tackle. James. Cleared. Timikas. Shot is wide. Commentators reckon he deserved to goal. Why? Because he run. He didn't even run. He walked the ball across the box. Great play. No one's ever done that before. Deserved a goal. Free kick for us, but that's full time. Okay. Back down to earth a bit. I mean, it's still a decent result, only to lose 2-1 to Liverpool. But did yourself proud. I'm happy. And that has been it for the first episode of the season. So I'll see you back in a couple of games' time just to see how we're settling in. Thank you. If you have enjoyed, feel free to subscribe, leave a like. Obviously, any comments below, I'll respond to them all. Thank you and goodbye.